Hello everyone, welcome to Sam Science View channel. In today's video, we are going to listen to a science fact. How does a gecko, that is lizard, stick to the ceiling? Before going into the video, please watch this entire video, and if you have any clarifications related to scientific facts, you can comment about it and you can get clarified about it. Now let's get into the video. Geckos have been baffling people for over 2000 years, ever since one of the very first scientists, Aristotle, wondered why they can walk upside down on the ceiling. Now a gecko has mass, so it also has a weight. Gravity pulls it downwards like anything else. If you tried walking on the ceiling, you would very quickly find yourself on the floor. So, how do geckos defy one of the most basic laws of physics? If a force acts on an object, but that object doesn't move, there must be another force acting in the opposite direction. In other words, two forces must be exactly balancing one another. This is according to Newton's first law of motion. Since the gecko doesn't fall, there must be another force acting upwards that stops gravity from pulling it down. So the scientists have tried some methods. They tried the first method, that maybe the gecko has suction pads on its feet. The scientists thought this might be the explanation. So they put a gecko in a tank and sucked all the air out of it. Strangely enough, the gecko still managed to walk on the ceiling. So that has been failed. So the feet doesn't have a suction pad. And the next assumption of it is, perhaps the gecko's body squeezes out some kind of glue. That was another theory the scientists tested. But when they examined a tank that geckos have been climbing around in, they found no evidence of any sticky stuff. And the third one is, could static electricity explain it? The electricity can certainly stick things together. If you rub a balloon on a woolen jumper, the balloon will eventually stick to you. Rubbing makes static electricity build up on the balloon's surface. This creates an electrical force between the rubber and your jumper that makes the balloon stick. Forces like this are called electrostatic because they use static, that is non-moving electricity. Now they want to test that, does this static electricity make the gecko stick? Moisture tends to make static electricity disappear. Static electricity will flow away through the water and vanish. But if you put a gecko in a really humid tank or one with a moist ceiling, it can still do the upside down trick. So static electricity doesn't quite explain what's happening either. So what's the trick behind this? Each one of the gecko's feet is covered in millions of tiny hairs called setae. Looking under a powerful electron microscope, scientists have found each hair is also a bit like a brush with hundreds of bristles called spatulae at its end. When the gecko walks on the ceiling of a tank, hundreds of millions of bristles are brushing against the glass. Each gecko bristle is made of organic, that is carbon-based molecules, while the glass or the ceiling is made up of molecules of different substance like silicon dioxide. When the gecko moves its hairs over the glass or the ceiling, the organic molecules brush past the silicon dioxide molecules. When the two types of molecules are extremely close together, tiny electrostatic forces called van der Waals forces magically appear between them. Each of the organic molecules stick to a silicon dioxide molecule like a balloon sticks to a jumper. Every single bristle provides a microscopic upward force that helps to stick the gecko to the ceiling. With hundreds of billions of bristles all working as a team, there is more than enough sticking force to balance the gecko's weight. So, if you see a gecko or a lizard walking upside down on the ceiling, don't get surprised. That is due to the natural gift of bristles called setae behind its feet. So that's it for today's video. Hope so you got some scientific fact related to the geckos walking upside down on the ceiling. And if you have any other clarifications regarding the scientific facts, as I said earlier, you can clarify your doubts with this channel and you can comment to me, and you can see the clarifications in the Science Facts Treasury series videos. We will meet in the next video with the next scientific fact. Until then, it's goodbye from Sam. Take care.